All right. Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your October horoscope for 2023. I apologize that I haven't been here for some time. I've had a lot of things happen and go on that I needed to take care of, and I just was running out of time to focus on these readings. So I apologize for my delay in getting back to you guys. I think it's been about a good 6 months to a year since I've been back. So let's start with some key dates, and then we'll pull some core cards for your reading. But some key dates in October that we should pay attention to. First, we have Friday the 13th this year in our October month. Numerology wise speaking, 13 is a spiritual number about a cycle of ending and a renewal of rebirth, okay, occurring. So deep karmic energy coming in. So if you had a lot of good deeds this year, you'll get a lot of good karma coming back, and so on and so forth. This 13 is loaded with a divine feminine energy type feeling coming in, or energy coming in rather, and it's mostly about personal growth and getting yourself on the right path, okay? And then the day after, we on the 14th, we have our new moon and our solar eclipse. And we'll get to that in a minute. And the 28th is our full moon with the hunter's moon in Taurus, along with our lunar eclipse. So what does this mean for you guys? Or what does it mean in general, right? Okay, so the 14th, this is a very unique celestial alignment because the sun and moon and the earth will all converge to create this solar eclipse, okay? This is called an annular solar eclipse because as the moon will not entirely obscure the sun, you'll have the sun, moon, and earth align, but it's not where the moon entirely covers the sun, okay? So this eclipse is in Libra, which is an air sign. Libra is ruled by our seventh house of partnerships and the planet Venus, the planet of love. So how you interact with others, romantic and business partnerships, as well as contracts and negotiations. And this seventh house of partnerships is also called the house of relationships or the house of balance. Okay, to kind of give you what this eclipse is going to help you focus on, or what it's going to mean for you guys. So interaction with others, romantic or business type partnerships, okay, as well as contracts and negotiations. Then later in the month, when we have that lunar eclipse on the 28th, that really urges us to embrace our transformation and emerge from the ashes, kind of like the rising phoenix, okay? So with that being said, let's hop right in. I'm so excited, Gemini, to see what we have for you guys during this month. It's been trying, I think, this whole year for everybody. Lots of ups and downs, lots of, planetary alignments, weird things happening, right? In the atmosphere. We've had lots of retrogrades and 7 or 8 planets going retrograde at one time. It's just been a really crazy couple months, to say the least. And now we're going to have some new transformation or some new energy coming in. So I'm really excited to see what Spirit wants to tell you guys. What is it for you or what should you know to focus on? Okay, let's see what we get. Your first card, service. I feel good when I can help others. Yes, and I do think that of Gemini. Gemini is very giving, very kind. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Okay, but sometimes you feel alone, right? I feel like you really do. Okay, so let's see what else Tarot has to say. Okay, and we'll start pulling our cards and seeing what this reading is really about. So I would say that sometimes you guys really feel like you're doing more for others than others are doing for you, and that can be a little overwhelming at times. And that's kind of what this service and loneliness reminds me of. It's like, oh, it's so lonely being the only one to help other people. Where are the people that want to help me? But if you're not telling or speaking up, Gemini, on how you feel about something or how your feelings are being affected, nobody's going to know. Not everybody is in tune with other people's emotions as well as maybe you are. So it might be hard for you at times to realize that other people don't even really notice you're hurting because you hide it so well. So that might be one of the, That might be one of the flaws to Gemini that we need to kind of dig through and fix in order to, okay, cutting the deck, in order to, help yourself. You need to let other people know that, hey, this really bothered me, speak up. Look at Ace of Pentacles. Oh, I love that. That's a good card. Okay, Nine of Cups. That's a good one too. And the Hanged Man. Okay, interesting. So when we have Ace of Pentacles, this is all about wealth, abundance, happiness, a time to bloom, new ideas into fruition. Almost like spring, right? When new flowers bloom. Sorry about that. We'll see if it'll adjust here on the screen. But, it's an action card, element of earth, the lover of nature. So maybe this is you, okay? But when you do get this in a reading, it's the most pure form of feminine element of the earth. So this ace shows us that, it shows us all of the bounty that the suit of pentacles represents, okay? Being creative and putting those blossoming ideas into action to achieve material success, okay? And then, sorry about that glare as well. Oh, why are we not focusing? Come on, camera. Let's do what you're supposed to. I hate when that happens. But anyway, being creative and putting those blooming ideas into action to achieve material success. And because the pentacle is hovering in mid-air on this card, it's kind of traditionally symbolized that money may just manifest in your life as if out of thin air, which I can't complain. If I had that card, I'd be happy. I'm pretty sure we could all use some of that right now. This card could represent a gift or an out-of-the-blue opportunity, right, that lands kind of in your lap. Okay, however, on a more down-to-earth note, this card being the purest form of the element of earth, it really reminds you to stay grounded and use your common sense. So this practicality and good judgment will guide you and bring you to success. Okay, this card often illustrates a desire to help others, hence the service card, and they just go beautifully together, same colors even, which is really unique. But it's on both a mundane and kind of magical level, right? The Ace of Pentacles signifies an abiding, deep affection for the beauty of nature and the talent for a green thumb or really loving nature. Okay, so what to expect? Well, wealth, abundance, health, happiness, security, good fortune, herbalism. Maybe you'll feel more drawn this month to really tap into your magical witchy side or your green thumb and learn more about herbal medicine or healing, manifesting the physical world into reality, okay, and staying grounded. That's really what this is about. But wow, how significant that you get that with Ace of Pentacles and service for others. Okay, so when we get Nine of Cups, this talks about a full social calendar. Okay, excuse me. So being a hostess, right, or a host, talking about friends and family. So when this comes up, it usually means you're going to have a very busy time of hospitality, the hospitality card, right? It also symbolizes welcome and confirms that you will be hosting an event or party for family or friends. If it appears with the Four Wands, which it didn't, it could mean that you'll have this for the next few months, but we didn't get that card. So the Nine of Cups, announces that you may find yourself hosting some type of celebration. So this card can represent community gatherings. Don't be surprised kind of if you come into involvement with an organization or running some type of community event. Okay, that could mean that too. So maybe you're really into your community. Maybe you do PTA for school or for your kids, or you're very into church socials or Bible study or something like that where you're going to host something. Or maybe you're just that person in the family who loves to have everybody over, get together for dinner on a Sunday, or do these things where you are the hostess. You love to plan parties, or you love to have those preparations and plans, okay? But here is a reminder, do not stress over them. Furthermore, this card really wants you to know. It's kind of like the wish card. So something you've been hoping for, manifesting, is going to come into reality. And it's beautiful how these two come together back to back in your reading, because it really talks about a wish being granted. Enjoying celebrations with family and or friends, okay? Being graciousness, community, hospitality, and gatherings. And then when you get the Hanged Man, well, he's not hanging by his neck dying, right? Like a person hanging for death. But what this really means is kind of looking at things differently in life, a new outlook, okay? He's hanging upside down, so the world looks different, right? When this comes, it kind of is telling you, Spirit's saying it's time to look at things from a different viewpoint. Embrace the ideas of initiation as a vehicle to newer wisdom and a clearer spiritual path. So let go of the illusion of control, turn things on their head, and look carefully at the lessons that are there before you. Relax and be patient, okay? Take your time, just hang out. Get it? Hang out. Okay, don't block me. So this may not be easy, but fighting against the changes in your life are only creating more drama, okay? Causing the loneliness. Look at that. Beautiful together. So what does this mean? Well, like it says, relax, be patient. The card speaks. Fighting against that change is creating more drama and loneliness. So read the signs carefully, but, whatever it is, whether it's a reading or synchronicities or angel numbers or whatever it is, pay attention to those right now and then kind of meditate on those lessons and allow yourself to go through the transformation. The phase calmly and with joy. And by doing so, you'll see that you will uncover things you didn't even know about yourself. You'll have a new outlook on life. You'll gather or gain a new perspective on a current situation, and then you probably won't feel so alone anymore. So maybe it's time to speak up a little bit, but you're definitely, look at this. I can't even tell you how well these all go together with what we were just talking about at the beginning with, what the seventh house means, how you get the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups about service, helping others, right? This abundance coming in, the new manifestations, and then having family and friends and helping others. You're being, you being the host or hostess, and then having this loneliness card with the Hanged Man. It's time to let go of those old patterns and see things differently so that you can bring in the abundance, so you can have those blessings just fall into your lap and see things in a different light. Okay, so really quick, I'm just going to grab a drink. And then I got a little tickle in my throat. So maybe that's signifying Spirit's letting us know, excuse me, that it's, that it's really time to clear your throat, speak up, right? Throat chakra. Maybe for some of you, that's blocked. I apologize. I don't know where that came out of, but it came out of nowhere. And so maybe it's time for you guys to really, we're going to dive in with some visions of the soul cards and see what else Spirit wants you to know about this whole process. But maybe it is time for you guys to really voice more of your feelings, okay? And that's why I'm getting this tickle in my throat. So it's time to unblock that throat chakra a little bit. Okay, let's see. What do we have for Gemini? Creator Gateway Chakra, number 13. Okay, this came up in my last reading as well. It's very interesting. And regeneration. Okay, I had both of these come up in another reading as well, which was for Libra. And it's interesting because I stuck them deep in the deck. I always shuffle prior to readings so that I'm not doing too much of it on camera because it is loud and rather obnoxious at points. So I try not to do it. So I really, really shuffled those cards good. The fact that they come up again tells me that you're going to be on this same path. And maybe it's, not the same path as Libra, but it could be that, it's the same aspect. Voicing your opinion and speaking up so you don't have this loneliness, right? Okay, so 13, the Gateway Chakra card. It's all about universal energy, oneness, source, or our creation, or our co-creator, I'm sorry, our creator being, God. You're expanding into this awareness of like oneness, okay? But with God at your side, it's like you're finding this new path, okay? You are an aspect of source or God. So ever growing, right? You're ever growing and expanding towards this light from which you were birthed. That's kind of what this card talks about, tapping into some power of your own in your own world and kind of creating or realigning your, like, what you were put here to do, right? Your life path. So use this card as a reminder to kind of connect to source and understand that the forces of the universe, are one with all and that you are part of that. So with this card, you're able to step into a God self aspect and fully grasp your role into the web of life, so to speak. Okay? And so that's really talking about, like, becoming one with God, feeling more alignment. And I think that's going to happen for you. Oh, my throat finally cleared up. Okay. And then regeneration, number 34. So maybe these numbers are, we've got a lot of threes in there. So maybe, God's number is three. So in numerology, angel numbers, things like that. So maybe it is time for you to kind of, and it's kind of interesting because 13 in numerology would become a 4, and then you have the 4 over here. So we have threes and fours here going on a lot of, and those are about angels and God. So this regeneration card, though, on another level, is about recovery and renewal and reawakening new energy. So it's kind of like the original blueprint of creation exists in the spark of which all life emerged, right? Source, the origin of life, retains this spark. And the blueprint is this, it is expressed through new life and new growth. And you're able to access that spark and recover your original essence. Again, talking about becoming who you were really put here to be. So maybe this is a time for you, Gemini, where you are going to start seeing things from a different point of view with that Hanged Man. Those go beautiful together. It is time to step into who you truly are, transform and transmute into this new energy. And through a heartfelt desire to renew all of life that has been touched by this dullness, maybe you'll find a new way to shine. So that's kind of what it's talking about. So let's pull a couple moon cards because we do have a lot of moon energy this month coming in, and I want to see kind of what Luna tells you. And we're gonna try and get some full moon and new moon readings done, as well as the earth, air, wind, fire readings that I like to do for the signs, for horoscopes as well, on a couple different areas of things. We possibly have a retrograde again this month. I cannot tell you what it's exactly based on, but I will touch that on other videos when I do my research a little better. I do believe we have a retrograde, though, coming. I don't know that it's a Mercury retrograde. I think we just had that, so don't quote me on any of that. I will either post in comments or you'll see it in one of my other videos for all signs. Okay. Oh, and we've got some, look at that. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Yes, because you are. You don't have to feel lonely. You are important. Family does love you. You are going to have those friends coming in and those people stepping forward to make you feel not alone, but only if you change your point of view and voice your opinion a little bit more. Let people know this bothers me, because otherwise you are feeling alone, Gemini. That's the point. Okay, so it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. Exactly. And you see how you have this like green and yellow theme going on? Really ground yourself and give yourself, give these other people around you limitations, okay? Protect your energy, because it's causing negativity for you. It's causing loneliness. It's causing you to feel stuck like the Hanged Man, where he can't get down. But you know what? There's a new way to look at things when you voice your opinion and you regenerate and you get that new energy being brought in and those new things coming forth for you, that you won't feel like that anymore. Okay, so let's see what your angels and Archangel Michael want to leave you with for this reading. But Gemini, what a beautiful month ahead. You are going to have a very busy social time. We had one jump out, so I'm going to keep that. And it's God is in charge, and I'll get to that in a minute. But you're definitely going to have this busy time, I think, as the months go on. We're going to be getting into Thanksgiving, Christmas. It seems like once October hits and fall comes into play, everybody starts to get really busy with social events, right? The holiday season starts after Halloween, and after that, it's just like full force taking off. Just nonstop things to do. Baking and cooking and presents and shopping and oh my goodness. So it's a rather fun time, right? And time to make wonderful memories with family and friends. But you are going to be busy as usual, Gemini, because a lot of you are social butterflies. Okay, so what's our second? Here's our first one that popped out. Okay, God is in charge. So yes, Archangel Michael and your guides wanting you to know. It says, Dear God, please help me to let go of this situation, giving it in faith and trust to your divine wisdom and infinite love in order to resolve and heal everything and everyone involved. Yes. Just start to voice your opinion. You can tell people you need more alone time. Maybe that's your problem. You have too many friends hanging around. Maybe you need some alone time. But if you feel truly alone, know that God is with you. You are never by yourself, right? Family's there, ancestors are there, your angels, your guides, spirit is there with you. But if you are having a situation where you feel uncomfortable and you feel alone, trust in God. Trust in your higher ups, so to speak, and have them help you to resolve this or help guide you in what to do or how to handle it. Look at that. Lean on God and the angels for support. Dear God and angels, I give you this situation now and completely. I step out of the way and allow divine miracles to shine through everyone and everything involved. Exactly what I just said. God is in charge. Lean on your angels and God for support. Beautiful messages there, Gemini. It's like you have this abundance, this gift going to fall in your lap, and time with family and friends. You probably won't even have time to feel alone. But at the end of the day, when everything is said and done, you might have that alone feeling because, something didn't go right, or you're trying to be this perfect host. And I think at points Gemini does get a little on the perfectionist type side where it's like, oh my god, nothing's going right and I need it to just be like perfect, and you have this thought in your head how it's going to go, and then it doesn't always go that way, and so that can be a bummer and make you feel alone. But I do really think that you guys need to voice your opinion a little bit more, letting people know how you feel so that you don't feel alone. And you're going to have blessings and miracles and family and friends surrounding you this month. It's going to be a beautiful month for you, Gemini. And I'm so happy that you stopped by, and I thank you for being part of my channel. Again, please hit subscribe, like this video if it resonated with you well. It's not going to be for everybody. Some will resonate, some will not. So please take it where it is for you in your life. Everybody's on a different path. But again, I thank you for stopping by, and as always, happy connecting.